I'd say at least 50 million.
50 million?
Because you couldn't have built this hotel today for less than 50 million
No.
from scratch.
No, it is. I would think even.
It's a beautiful hotel. If you look at it, really, it's a gorgeous hotel.
Right.
And Sheridan's worked very hard to get it restored.
Right.
Because when we took it on, they had not done anything like it was.
Right.
And so we completely had to redo it. So that cost about the first 4 or 5 years. Cost us about 7 or 8 million to do it. And then in the last 3 years, we spent about another 7 or 8 million redoing. If you notice all the windows and all
Right.
the beauty of it and all the
Right.
repairs. So it's in good shape. But now,
But I guess you took it back to the way really that the architects intended it.
that's right. That's what we did. Sheridan wanted to go back to what it was in 1911. And that's why she even did the windows that you see now sort of draped off. Now you get a view. She set the new pattern on the windows, and it cost about $3 million to redo the windows. So I think she did a great job, and the interior's done well. And we found a lot of structural improvements that we could do, rust and all that stuff. So that all done well. So anyway, it looks like they've got it down in good shape.
Well, you being the person you are and having a real appreciation for history here and helping to preserve it, how big a part of that is the Galvez?
Well, naturally, Cynthia was the reason I bought the hotel. She came to me one day and she said, my wife, who helped me on a lot of things here in Galveston, she said that if the Vietnamese people who had the flagship were bidding on it, and they were the low bidders. And she said, if you care about Galveston, you'll buy that hotel. So my wife told me that.
Mm-hmm.
So I negotiated with Aetna to go ahead and buy the hotel, even though the people who did the flagship were still trying to buy it too. And of course, since she just wanted to be someone to do it right. That was the main purpose. And so we had to redesign the whole thing that had done by Cooley and other people. Cooley's wife always, every time I saw her, she said, well, don't blame me. I had nothing to do with how they redid the hotel. She kept saying she had nothing to do with it. Well, Archie Bennett's the one that did it. And
yeah, it was very modernized.
Yeah, modernized. They did everything trying to keep the costs down.
Right.
And they put that Tracy pool right here, which Cynthia said the first thing that we bought it to close it in, said, get rid of that damn pool. You could smell that damn chlorine all the way through the dining room. She was so upset with us, so run down.
So sometimes it's best not to mess with the past.
That's right. But anyway, they did do a good job. So we did. We had Boone Powell, who's very good from architecture from San Antonio. Did a lot of work for us.
Right.
And they did a great job. But bringing it back to what it was, if you go back and look at all the photographs, all the beautiful wicker work and everything, you could see the imprint that it had at that time. And that's what they did.
Do you feel almost, it's like the hotels had different owners.
Yeah.
I guess do you almost feel like kind of a caretaker of it?
Well, we brought it back the way it was in 1911. And that's, you'll see, the wicker furniture in here is all new. The windows, the way we did it, even all the rooms we modernized. Didn't modernize them, but we did a lot of work on to get them in shape. So I think it's really beautifully done. The entrance from the front, they tried to go the entrance from the back. That didn't work. Entrance from the front has been a real great thing. And these beautiful trees that we've got, we got them from Arizona. And each tree is $3,800, so it's pretty expensive. But anyway, that's what we wanted, because that's what they had, trees that had grown to that height probably.
Do you think it'll make it another 100?
Well, I tell you, from a hurricane viewpoint, it probably will. Now, we did have trouble with the spa because
it
the water
flooded, yeah.
got through from the pool,
Right.
from the backside. And it hurt the spa, so we had to spend about $400,000 redoing the spa, but it's done well, and it's doing well now, so it's good.
So it's as sturdy as it
I'm
ever
a mayor.
was. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
taking
Thank
some
you.
time out here. Let's talk to Mayor Thomas now. So what you working on now?
Well, I'm looking around at, we did the Tremont House too.
Right.
We did a lot of work on that. We had
The elevators and everything?
all the elevators, 32 elevators went out of business. And they all were hurt, all
Right.
32 that we had downtown.
How are you, George?
How you doing? Good to see you.
How are you? Happy
Fine.
New Year to you.
Thanks, same to you.
Glad to see you.
Fine. She's interviewing me about the Galvez.
I know.
Well, it's beautifully done. If you'll see what Sheridan's done to it, she made it come back to like it
Oh,
was.
I know. It comes